The neon glare of the 24-hour convenience store felt like a spotlight on a crime scene. I wasn't buying cigarettes. I was watching my life end, framed in the passenger window of a black sedan. It was Arthur, my business partner, my supposed friend. He was laughing, his arm draped over the shoulder of the lead accountant, Sarah, the one who had insisted, just last week, that the quarterly financial reports were tightly controlled and available only on a need-to-know basis. I didn't blink, didn't flinch. I just felt the click inside my skull, the sound of a perfectly tuned lock tumbler falling into place. Betrayal confirmed. Not just infidelity, not just a stolen moment in a dark car. This was about the books, our company, my legacy. Arthur had been acting loose for months. Missed meetings, clipped answers, a sudden panicked insistence on streamlining our server access. Now I saw the link, the cold, disgusting synergy, a shared bed and a shared spreadsheet. They were building their fortress with my bricks. I didn't call, didn't storm in. Melodrama is for amateurs. My revenge would be a surgical strike, precise, clean, untraceable. The next morning, I was in the office, sipping lukewarm coffee. Arthur was already there, loud and buoyant, asking about the files. He needed them for a budget meeting he scheduled for that afternoon. The trap was set. I'd spent the entire night, not sleeping, but working. I had the complete mirror image of every financial transaction he and Sarah had tried to bury. The shadow accounts, the wire transfers, the asset seizure clause I'd quietly buried in our initial partnership contract, the one that triggered if either partner was found to be engaging in willful financial malfeasance against the company. It granted the non-offending partner immediate, full control. Arthur came to my desk. "Hey, did you get those files, man? We really needed your files for budget." Sarah walked over, a smirk barely concealed behind her coffee cup. The accountant sneered. "It's time to move this along." I didn't even look up from my screen. My finger moved. One tap. I looked up at them, calm, a dead silence in my voice. "Sent," I said. A second later, the air fractured. The door to my office flew open, slamming against the drywall. It wasn't Arthur's panic I saw first. It was the sheer, terrifying drain of color from the face of our corporate lawyer, who was running, hands outstretched, yelling, "Stop talking! Everyone stop talking! They're executing the asset seizure clause right now!" Arthur's face went white. Sarah dropped her cup. The shock, the sudden, total collapse of their engineered world, it was perfect. I watched Arthur fumble for his phone, his confident bravado dissolved into animal panic. He looked at me, his eyes begging for a denial, a lifeline. I gave him a look colder than the money they'd tried to steal. I stood up, adjusting my cuff. The papers were signed, the transfers were final. I was the company now, and they were nothing. The revenge wasn't loud, it was absolute. The lawyers would handle the ruin. The police would handle the fraud. I walked past them both, out of the office, the sound of their frantic, dying whispers already fading behind me. I didn't feel rage. I didn't feel joy. I felt the quiet, crushing weight of control. They were foolish enough to leave a door open. I just closed it.